Hi, I'm Emily from the Alpaw Family Economics Center, and today we're going to learn about pirates and the difference between goods and services.
Oh, hello there. How are you today? Well, I actually can't hear what you're saying, but I thought it was polite to ask. I'm your narrator for today. That means I'm going to tell a tale. A tale of greatness and bravery and honor. It's a tale of two things which you probably use every day, but you might not even know it. These things are called goods and services. To learn about goods and services and how they work, we need to go back to a time where there were no cars, no light bulbs, no lollipops, no bikes, no internet, and even no me. We're going back to the year 1718. Do you know who was around in 1718? Pirates. Yarr! Meet Blackbeard. He was called Blackbeard because his beard was black. No, black. Black! Yes, that's right. Black.
Yar, that's right. This here beard is how I got my name. Yar!
He did all the things that pirates did, like jousting on sharks, talking to parrots, and stealing golden treasure. But in nearby Hampton, Virginia, there was someone who wanted to put a stop to Blackbeard's shenanigans. That someone was this gentleman here. Good day, Robert Maynard. That's Lieutenant Robert Maynard of the British Royal Navy, but let's not be too formal. You can call me Rob. Thanks, Rob. So I understand that to capture Blackbeard, you need to prepare a few things. That's right, I do. And what are they, if you don't mind us asking? Well, I have to fix the sails so I can sail. I need to buy more rope to tie up Blackbeard when I finally catch him. I'll need lots of rope so he doesn't get away. I need some salted pork to feed my crew, the saltiest pork possible. I'd like a fiddle to play some music while at sea. It's easy to become terribly bored, you see. This way I can keep up my fiddle practice, and maybe one day I'll become a professional fiddler. Maybe I need to plug a little leak in my ship. At the moment, it's being plugged by a cork. Genius! But we're not going to get very far with a cork in the hull, are we? Interesting. Here's a question, Rob. Do you know which of these are goods and which of these are services? Goods? Services? What on earth are they? Say, Rob, let's head to town and see if we can find some examples of goods and services. Oh, splendid! I could certainly use a break from all my work here. Let's go! So, Rob, goods and services are names for the things you buy. Everything you buy is either a good or a service. Goods are things that you can touch, or maybe even own, like a banana, or a bicycle, a TV, or a house. What's a TV and a bicycle? We'll learn about that in another lesson. Services are actions that people do for you, like fighting fires, babysitting, driving a bus, or teaching you math. Everything you buy or trade can be called a good or a service. What is this bus you speak of? You mean that things I buy are goods, but actions I buy are services. Yes, that's correct. So if I buy an elephant, that's a good. Yes, that's right. An elephant is a good, because it's not an action that someone does for you, but it's a thing that you can own. If you have space for an elephant, that is. Hey, watch out! Oh, that was a close call. Anyway, so if I get my boots shined, then that's a service? Yes, I think you've got it. Getting your boots shined, being taught a new talent, even getting your hair cut are all services. They are actions that people do for you. So you get something, but it's not like an elephant that you can own. Because everything you use can be considered a good or a service, it is likely you use goods and services every single day. Maybe you caught the bus today. That's a service. If your parents dropped you off at school, that's a service too, even if you didn't pay for it. Did you eat breakfast? That's a good. Well, I can already name a good and a service I used today. I bought a very nice apple from the market. That's a good. And before that, I had my boots shined. That's definitely a service. Excellent, Rob. But now, can you guys name some goods or services you've used today?
What kinds of goods and services have you used today? For example, when I woke up today, I brushed my teeth. Can you tell me if my toothbrush and toothpaste are a good or a service? That's right, they're goods. Your toothbrush and toothpaste are goods because you can touch them. Did the mail carrier come and deliver your mail today? If so, is that a good or a service? You got it. That's a service. It's a service because it's something someone does, an action. Did you eat some food that you bought from the store? Is that food a good or a service? That's right, food is a good. Can you think of any other goods or services that you've used today? Did you color or draw a picture? Are the art supplies that you used a good or a service? That's right. The crayons, markers, and pencils you used to create your picture are all examples of goods. You've got it.
Let's see how well you can tell goods and services apart. Let's say Joel teaches Olivia how to do a cartwheel, and in return, Olivia gives Joel a piece of chocolate. Which one is a good? Which is a service? Correct! If you buy a rake and then use the rake to clear up some leaves on a sidewalk, which is a good and which is a service? Nice work! What if Lauren gives Christopher her sandwich and Christopher gives Lauren his pizza? Which is a good? Which is a service? Great work! It looks like you all know about these goods and services. Let's help Rob figure out which of these things on his list is a good or a service. Let's take another look at the list. If you think something is a good, drag it over here. If you think it's a service, drag it here. That's right. A rope is a good. Even today's sailors know lots of special knots because these help keep things secure on a ship where sometimes rough storms make it hard to keep everything on deck.
Oh, and don't forget they help keep treasure-thieving pirates secure on a ship as well. That's very important.
Aha! That's right. A fiddle is a good, although playing music is a service. By golly, it's a good! That's right. Salted pork is a good. Back in the 1700s, sailors had to be careful about what food they took to sea. Fresh food would rot, so they would take things that could keep for a long time, like salted pork. Other popular items were sea biscuits, beans, and oatmeal. That's right. Rob, that's my line. Oh, sorry, old chap. Ahem. But yes, fixing a sail is a service. Sails are important because they catch the wind so ships can move quickly on the seas. Fixing things, like a sail, is usually a service. But buying a whole new sail to replace a broken one would be a good. Tricky. Of course, a service! That's right. Fixing a leak in a ship is a service. Rob will need to fix the leak if he wants to set sail and catch Blackbeard. Without it, his ship will sink. Oh dear, we don't want that. Congratulations, you did it. I couldn't have done it without you.
Now that I know this, I can go buy my goods and services and stop that pesky Blackbeard from stealing all the gold from our ships.
We saw today that goods are things that you can own, like a pet elephant, or food that you can eat. Services are actions that people want done, like mowing the lawn, or shoveling snow, or teaching someone math. Everything you use can be called a good or service. Goods and services are important because you use them every day and many of them are necessary. How else would you eat when you're hungry if people didn't sell you food? How would you wear new clothes when your old ones fall apart? How would you learn new things without someone teaching you? One day, you might provide a good or a service to your local community. Whether it's walking dogs for neighbors or selling pet rocks. When you grow up, you might provide a service, like fighting fires or being a doctor. Or you might sell goods, like your local supermarkets or toy shops. Many jobs are connected to goods or services. Can you name some jobs and the good or service they provide?
If you're brave enough, you might even capture a pirate.
Can you name some jobs and the good or service they provide? What about a firefighter? That's right. They provide a service by putting out fires. What about a baker? Do they provide a good or a service? You got it. They provide a good. They make delicious cookies and cupcakes that you can buy. And what about a nurse? Is that a good or a service? Nurses provide a service. That service is helping people who are sick. And what about a math teacher? They also provide a service. That service is teaching you math. And finally, what about a farmer? Are farmers providing a good or a service? That's right. Farmers provide a good. That good is growing all of the delicious vegetables that you like to eat. Well done. Now you know all about goods and services. As you go about the rest of your day, see how many goods and services you can find. Thanks so much for joining us today. I'm Emily from the Alpaw Family Economics Center. We hope to see you back here soon so we can continue learning about economics and financial literacy together.